won't have escaped your notice that from 2019 every new Volvo will come with an electric motor to power it in some way or another, cars such as the XC60 T8, for example. It's a plug-in hybrid, or as Volvo grandly calls it, a twin-engine SUV. Of course, this isn't the first plug-in hybrid that Volvo has made. There have been the slightly underwhelming V60 D5 and D6 estates, and more recently the XC90 T8. In fact, you could say the XC60 T8 is just a smaller version of the XC90 T8. Thanks to the scalable platform architecture that first appeared on the XC90, this Volvo's underpinnings and powertrain setup are near enough identical to its big brothers. So there's a 2.0-liter four-cylinder petrol engine that's both super and turbocharged, serving up 314 bhp that drives the front wheels, and there's an 86 bhp electric motor at the back driving the rears, all hooked up to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. In the XC60, though, the motor gets its power from a 10.4 kWh battery rather than the XC90's 9.2 kWh unit, and this car can travel up to 28 miles on pure electric alone. Connect the XC60 up to a fast charger and it can be recharged in 2.5 hours. That jumps to between 3.5 and 6 hours if it's plugged into a domestic 3-pin socket. CO2 emissions are 49 grams/km, while Volvo claims fuel economy of 134.5 miles per gallon. Do the maths and you realize this SUV has 400 bhp. It's part of Volvo's aim to make plug-in hybrids seem attractive to a larger number of buyers, and 400 bhp and a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 5.2 seconds are enticing statistics. But that's only part of the story. The trouble is the XC60 never feels as quick as those numbers suggest. Switch to power in the drive mode selector and it's certainly fast and would give a Jaguar F-Pace S or a Porsche Macan Turbo a fright in terms of acceleration, but there's next to no drama. The problem lies with the rest of the XC60 range, because even the diesel-powered D4 and D5 and petrol T5 are comfortable but not dynamically outstanding. They float along and are at the opposite end of the premium small SUV segment to where the BMW X3, Jag and Porsche sit. Where the overly light and assisted steering and pronounced body roll aren't a problem for other XC60s in the range, they are for the T8 because its power suggests it's the performance model. Factor in grabby regenerative brakes and the T8 isn't fun to drive with enthusiasm. Attack some country roads and the car feels as though it's begging for it to end and instead settle down to a gentle cruise on a straight piece of tarmac. Moreover, drive the XC60 T8 with any vigor and the 28-mile electric range will disappear more quickly than a tin of quality street on Christmas Day. Switch over to the pure EV mode and it's difficult to regulate range with power when behind the wheel.